started to chat, let me ask you, what is yoga? How do you recognize yourselves with yoga? Okay. Repeat the question, please. Yes. I was asking you where all you have been able to experience about aura. Number one, yeah, discipline is yoga. I can certainly relate with that. Uniting body, mind, and soul. Wonderful, Santosh. That is the yoga. And it's a combination of mind, body, and spirit. हिंदी में ले सकते हो क्या? मेरा हिंदी उतना अच्छा नहीं है तो मैं इसलिए हिंदी में ले रही हूँ. शायद यही सेशन मैं स्वाति जी या श्वेता जी को English. All right, we'll go slow and steady and understand the subject. So vibes, yes, meet someone who you feel when you meet. Yeah, the vibes, that certainly is aura. So when we're talking about yoga, can we tell that asanas are the first one that comes into our picture when we are talking about yoga, right? And next is pranayama, the breathing exercises. Next is increase in strength. Next, yeah, connecting the mind and body, right? And next is improve concentration. We keep telling our kids, "Arey yoga karo, concentration increase hoga." And we also keep telling many people that to improve your balance, you start doing yoga. So this is how we have been thinking about yoga. So how many of you know the true purpose of yoga? Is it to develop a relationship with the self, right? We can develop a beautiful relationship with ourselves that exists deep within our core. See, what we are seeing outer body is always the body, what we are to your mind, body, and soul. So what is this mind, body, and soul then? Is it not just your body? So today we are talking about, yes, other than body, what is it that is there in mind and body, and what is it that we call it as the soul, okay, the jivatma or the paramatma or the atman. So all these stuff, little by little, we will talk. And how many of you have heard about the very famous word aham brahmasmi? You can just raise your hand, right? So what does that mean? Can you just put it in the chat? Union with our divine self. Very correct. Very true. It is union with our divine self, where the individual self, we are the one, we are the God. We have seen movies like Matrix, where they relate to he is the one. Like Keanu Reeves comes in the last and he bends like this, everywhere, not even one. I really feel that yes, it is possible. There is a scene in that movie where a small little boy who looks like a Buddhist monk, who holds a spoon in front of him, and he just bends the spoon this way and that way. I thought, is it
Yes.
really possible? Yes, it is really possible.
Yes.
Right. Mind is something which we are not able to hold it physically.
Okay.
It is a virtual thing that is existing. So what is this mind? We speak about lots of things about mind. I'm thinking in my mind. Where is the thinking? Okay, when I'm telling I'm walking with my body, yes, I can see that. But when I'm thinking in my mind, am I able to see that? We are not able to see the mind. So what exactly is this mind? How are we going to talk about this? So, in yoga philosophy, it is said that our bodies are actually divided. Let me just share a PPT. Yeah, so our body is made up of physical, astral, and causal body. This is what I'm made up of. This is what you are made up of. So when we're talking about this physical, astral, and causal body, the question arises, who am I? So within these three bodies lies the five koshas or the five sheets. Actually, we have 7 sheets, but to make it simpler, I'm talking about the 5 sheets, that is uh, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. So what is meant by Kosha? Kosha means it's a bag. So where is this bag? Just like how we are not able to see and feel the mind, these bodies are existing within us and around us. So here, to make it simple, I have just shown you these 5 circles around the word I. It's a single syllable with a word, which we call it as a word. So what exactly is physical body? Let's go to the next step. In the amongst the 3 bodies, the physical body. So, of course, the physical body is the most obvious one. It is the skin and bones we are made up of. Our physical bodies are made up of 5 elements, that is earth, fire, water, air, and space. And we can balance, heighten these elements through our asanas practice. Like when we are doing yoga, we can bring our body to the precise working condition. And we also know that we can create the fire in our belly whenever many a times we feel the burning sensation that is there. So amongst balancing these 5 elements, we can create this fire by doing quite a few asanas. And along with that, we can create a very strong sense of earthing. That is the grounding. There are quite a few postures, and usually, whenever we are doing meditation, we come across these grounding technique. And at the same time, asanas in yoga, like warrior pose or tree pose, are very famous for grounding postures. So let's come next to astral body. Our astral bodies are our way of feeling the pleasure or pain. Because again, this pleasure or pain is not seen, it is felt. It relates to our senses. There are 5 organs known as karmendriyas and 5 organs of knowledge known as 5 gnanendriyas. And along with that, there are also the inner instruments called antahkarana. It is made up of mind, intellect, subconscious, ego, and chitta. Okay, so these 5 pranas and 4 elements. 5 pranas are the breathing techniques, what we call. So this 19 elements consist of our astral body. There was a video which I think we have seen along with Sadhguru, where I am there and then the camera will start zooming out. And as it starts zooming out, they come across the state, the city, the state. The earth will become so small in the whole universe, and then the universe will become small in this. Our solar system will become so small in this universe. And at the end of the day, it is just a small speck, which is not even seen to the universal eye. We are that much. But yes, with the skin, flesh, and these five elements, we have so much of ego that we stop ourselves from seeing the next. Why we are not able to feel the aura? Why are we not able to have that faith in God? Why are we not able to move a step ahead? Why are we still thinking that why am I only here? Why am I not able to get connected to the other world? Why am I not able to tap the abundance from the universe? Why am I not able to become rich? So all these questions come across when we start overcoming the power of I. So after this astral body, that is where we tap the astral body and come to the causal body, Aka, the seed body. What is Aka, the seed body? Why do I call it so? Is because it is the blueprint of yourself. The blueprint of yourself, what you have been since your previous births. Well, many of us do not believe that we have previous births. Well, many a times we have clash over science, but at the same time, there have been so many evidences where kids come out at the age of 3 and 4 and they start speaking and they start doing such wonderful, marvelous things. It looks as though that child is possessed or the child has learned. Can a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old kid learn music to the highest of a maestro and start performing? No, that is certainly not possible. Then how is it? Yes, I think it's because of the causal body, because of the imprints that we have been having, the blueprints, the previous janams, whatever qualities which have been unfulfilled have started being fulfilled in this janam. So there has always been a clash over this in science and philosophy, but I think at the end of the day, when we are talking about matter, energy, everything, I think this certainly proves true that yes, we are carrying certain kinds of imprints, certain kinds of DNA in our organ body from our past. Today, if I go to a doctor with a problem of high blood pressure, the medical doctor is going to examine me and gather all information about my physical body. And certainly the doctor will not be able to end up telling what exactly is my problem. So why? Why does that happen? Is it because for any ailment that we can see with our eyes or microscope, is that all is the disease? Is there something beyond that? Why do we start palpitating when you get anxious? How is it connected at all? Why can't you stay still? Being anxious is a part of life. Anxiety is a part of life, but still, why do we? I think here is where the idea of Panchakosh, that is the 5 bodies, comes. So how is it? So firstly, we will talk about, when we're talking about this Panchakosh, it is a holistic mechanism. It's an holistic approach of not just concentrating on your physical body, but to also get connected with your all the other Panchakoshas along with the 19 elements, what I talked about, the astral body. So this helps us to travel from one point, that is from the physical body, the Annamaya Kosha, to the Anandamaya Kosha, that is the bliss which has been attained by very few. I'll come to that. So let's talk about Annamaya Kosha. So we all know that Anna means food. It is called the food layer because it is created by the food that we eat. Annamaya Kosha literally means the one which needs food to survive. We know so much about this part of us in the last 200 years. The layers where medical science has gained total mastery over by developing so many allopathic medicines or any kind of medicines. And this approach sees brain as an organ. Do you all agree? You can just give me a thumbs up. Srinivas, Harini, I'll take the questions in the last, so you can just put your hands down. So you can just write down any, because the subject is very big, I'm trying to cover it quickly and also finish it within 1 hour. So that's the reason. So how many of you understand that, yes, this brain is just not an organ, but also it is beyond, like we were talking about mind, right? So does this mind exist in the brain? That's a question. Doesn't know where my mind is located or my thoughts are placed, but they are stored in a very big container where they keep coming up again and again, even when I'm sitting for a 2-minute or a 3-minute meditation. So it is this structure that contains both prana and consciousness. If one gets stuck in this layer, then it becomes very obsessive to come out of it, you know. So this Annamaya Kosha is the complete body system. So let's come to Pranamaya Kosha. What is Pranamaya Kosha? Yes, as you see, it is aura, the biomagnetic field, the nadis, and the chakras. It is the energetic field around us and within us. This is the kosha that connects us between the body and the mind. The magnetic field, the biomagnetic field, what we are calling, is what the prana makes the blood flow. It carries impulses through the nerves. And it is connected with all the 72,000 nadis in our body. It's the vital form. It's the psychic and spiritual energy which allows us to travel from the subtle stage to the causal stage. So this is about Pranamaya Kosha. Next comes the Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha, it consists of emotions, feelings, likes and dislikes, fears, phobias, all this stuff. Man means, yes, mind, and the kosha means the bag. So it has all the likes, all the dislikes, hates, phobias like unlove, compassion, irritations, sensitivities, anger, passion, you name it, every obsession, every liking, every dislike, everything is there in this Manomaya Kosha. At the same time, this is the biggest culprit, which is responsible for 90% of health problems. Why 90% of health problems? Many a times, there have been situations I would like to relate here. You will be sick. Okay, especially I'll talk about ladies here. Many a times they'll be sick. But still, when the kid says, Ma, I want to go to school, I want my breakfast, I don't know where that energy comes. They will get up, they'll go to the kitchen, make the breakfast, pack the carriers and give it to them. So does that mean that that person was healthy and not and was lying that I was sick? Or was it that the body was strong enough? It was just the mind which was telling to the body to be sick. It's a question. right? So till here, till Manomaya Kosha, we are almost as similar to as a dog, because even dog has all these three koshas. So till these three koshas, we are just like any other animal, because even animals have emotions, likes, fears, phobias, all this stuff. It has skin, the Annamaya kosha, the Pranamaya kosha, because it's breathing and it has the air circulation and everything happening, and the Manomaya kosha. So till here we are as good as any other animal. So as human beings, how can we make ourselves a little bit better? Well, here comes the Vijnanamaya kosha, which is the body of wisdom and higher mind. Well, as I mentioned here, it is a composition of inner conscience, inner voice, values, belief systems, and the intellect. So Vijnana means the knowledge or wisdom, Kosha means the bag. This wisdom sheath, which is also my inner voice, my inner conscience, tells me what is fundamentally right or wrong. At this level, my mind works daily. Vijnanamaya Kosha. Usually, in this sheet, what happens is we come across lots of conflicts with mental health, and we also have conflicts with the vibrations, which slowly grows and imbalances, then passes through the pranamaya kosha and moves into the physical body, this vijnanamaya kosha. So this is where we have to be more careful and also start working more here. So how can we start working more here? We have to have a conscious mind where we are going to consciously upgrade ourselves to a higher mind and the universal mind by by means of meditating, by practicing dharma, dharana, and by meditating meditations or pujas, spiritual practices, inner disciplines, which progressively help us slowly, step by step, towards a deeper level of consciousness. This is where Vijnanamaya Kosha becomes very important. Next comes Anandamaya Kosha. Again, Anand means happiness. Many a times we have seen Sadhguru asking, are you following money or are you following happiness? Right? We have started to speak, being in this spiritual world, that yes, happiness is what I'm trying to follow. But are you really happy? If you have to be happy, then you have to surpass that Vijnanamaya Kosha. What is Vijnanamaya Kosha? Increasing ourselves to the deeper level of consciousness. Certainly, what happens? See, as I think human beings, for us living in this present situation of the world where we are connected, interconnected, networked completely with hell a lot of relations, the relationship with the family, the work, the outer world, everything. We are networked. We are socially networked completely, where we are caught. Okay, we are completely caught. In Indian family system, we say that there are 4 stages. That is Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. So why did our old rishis, they used to do penance, then they used to get married, enjoy their married life, that is Grihastha, and then they used to go to forests for meditation, and then they used to have sannyasa. We have a wrong notion about sannyasa because we think that one who is not married is a sannyasi. Certainly not. If one has to become a sannyasi, then they have to go through this particular stages, and they have to overcome these sheets of bodies, and only then they will enter the Anandamaya Kosha. For example, when we are talking about some famous saints, recently we had the Raghavendra Swami Aradhana. He is a very great guru. Every Thursday we do puja, and there have been so many other gurus who have gone through these phases of life and who said that, okay, today I'm going to leave my physical body and enter into the causal body. They feel, is it really possible? There have been evidences where people have just said, I'm going to sit here, you just construct the wall around me. I'm here deep inside. Even when I'm thinking about it, I get suffocated because my mind is certainly not programmed to understand or to experience that. Anandamaya Kosha is that stage where we are going to get rid of all these things and come into that place where we start speaking to God, where we start living with God, where we start seeing the God within ourselves. We see Sai Baba's Murti many a times, where we also see the Rama being engraved in the heart. We see Hanuman, where the Rama is there. Yes, these are the people who have entered into that Anandamaya Kosha. How? They started feeling that I am God, God is within me. To enter that, yes, I feel we have to do lots of sadhanas and lots of practice. So that is about Anandamaya Kosha, which brings me to the last body of the Panchakoshas. Next, I'm coming to the colors of aura. We have learned in our Friday sessions along with Swapnil ji, like how to scan aura, right? So when you're feeling, you feel that you have some kind of an obstruction. And if you start concentrating more, you are going to see these kind of colors, which is associated with the aura, where violet is more of spirituality, which says that the person is open and aware. The blue says it's a balanced energy and with intuitive abilities. And green is the natural healing abilities with clairvoyant skills. Sorry for the spelling there. And yellow or the orange, it's the spiritual awakening and inquisitiveness. And red represents the darkness and negativities that is there. So what is aura? So we came across this Panchakoshas. See, when I'm talking about Panchakoshas and when I want to talk about these gurus who have entered into the Anandamaya Kosha, for example, let me talk about Jesus or Guru Gobind, the Sikh Guru, or any of the Hindu gurus, any of the gurus, even Buddha. When we see all of them, we see a radiance that is behind them, which represents that we have got connected that, okay, whichever person is having that aura in the backside of their head, they are like God. Yes, they are those people. But do you also remember that Buddha was also just like a human like us, who gave up everything in life and started Buddhism and became that monk? It is the same with others as well. Jesus also was born as a kid, and then he went into so many steps, and later on, he became what he was. So it is that journey. So how was it possible? How was it possible for these gurus just by holding their hand Abhaya Hasta and making someone heal? That is the energy that they had secreted in within themselves. So is this aura real then? Is this energy field really exists? Can we also do it? Yes. I think in our next session, we will learn about aura. So my idea is about to discuss about what is aura, whether aura is real, whether aura and somebody talked about vibes when we talked about aura in the beginning. Yes. So aura and vibes, are they same? Does aura look, how does aura look? And we will talk about everything and anything in our next thing. So now I'm going to stop this sharing and go for a small discussion. Yeah, anybody can unmute and talk. I'm sorry, I have taken a little bit longer time. We will be going into a small meditation next. I'm sorry, I'm muting all. Anybody wants to ask anything can just raise.
Ma'am, you are mute.
Shalia, you're mute.
Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, Kiranmai is having a question. Yeah, Kiranmai.
Happy morning, Shalia garu.
Very, very happy morning.
And now, Ara, see others' aura, and now if I want to see my aura.
I told you we will speak about aura in our next session. Okay. Today we are talking only about Panchakosha. So till now, whatever I have explained, do you have any doubts about it? Do you want me to tell you anything?
And are you going to share this PPT, please?
Sure, I'll share it with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Hazel. We'll go to Hazel, okay?
Thank you.
I can't hear you very clearly, Hazel.
अब अभी सुने देते हैं?
हाँ जी, सुनाई दे रही है।
तो हमने जो कोसा का सीखा ना, प्राणमय कोसा, मनोमय कोसा, आनंदमय कोसा, तो जो विज्ञान में कोसा है वो खाली मनुष्य को ही रहता है, एनिमल्स को नहीं रहता है।
उनको उतना नहीं रहता है, बहुत कम रहता है। अभी आप देखिए, अगर आपके घर में एक कुत्ता है तो
थैंक यू मैम।
वंदना,
Namaste, ma'am.
नमस्ते।
Ma'am, the Annamaya Kosha is totally depend on our food, ma'am, what we are eating. So it makes like that Annamaya Kosha.
See, it consists of our body, this physical body, what we can touch and feel. This is Annamaya Kosha. So you have to feed this body to live. You have to feed it with air. You have to feed it with 5 elements.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? So wherever the feeding goes, so we call this as Annamaya Kosha.
Annamaya.
It is not rice or food or anything.
No, that no. My main is like what I'm thinking, our thoughts and everything. It depends it affects Annamaya Kosha, the physical body.
Certainly. See, that is what I was telling. Like when we come to Vijnanamaya Kosha, in Vijnanamaya Kosha, we are thinking about, it is there that we are thinking that, I gave you an example about how a mother immediately can feel very energetic
Yes.
and start working. So it is the mind. So by doing continuous meditation, why is it that we call that when you meditate, or when you start healing, or when you start blessing, when you are raising yourselves to a higher level,
High vibration.
that is where the diseases in our Annamaya Kosha will come down.
Oh,
So we will
yes.
start overcoming, we will start improving each and every organ in our body.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you. Anvesha, and somebody can unmute for me. Anvesha, you can unmute. Okay, Shweta.
Anvesha ma'am, please unmute.
Atma Namaste, ma'am.
Atma Namaste.
Thank you for this amazing session. Ma'am, can you please explain once again Vignamaya Kosha?
Yeah. So Vijnanamaya Kosha is the fourth sheet of body, which comes after Manomaya Kosha, that is the mind. So in Vijnanamaya Kosha, what happens is usually if my mental sheet or and my wisdom sheet, that is Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha are not in sync, I will become unhealthy. I'll become unhappy. It is here that most of the vibrations, they are there and they start developing. Okay, so if one tells me what is fundamentally right or wrong, then it is here that in Vijnanamaya Kosha that I am able to judge, I am able to tell that yes, this is right or wrong. See, many a times, hence the first, the signs of imbalance or some diseases, no, it happens in this Vijnanamaya Kosha. For example, many a times what happens is, you will be thinking something in your mind, whereas in the Vijnanamaya Kosha, and that results in your physical body. Whereas it can result as diabetes, obesity, high BP, something or the other it will result. And when we start doing this, the healing of these panchakoshas, see, we have heard about, okay, I'm going to heal you, whether it is Reiki, whether it is Panchakosha healing or any kind of healing, where there have been proven evidences that, yes, by healing, that particular disease has come down. There have been evidences where cancer has come down by doing meditation. There have been evidences where, so if those things are coming down, then where is it existing? So it is there in the physical body, but where exactly it is? It is in the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So when you start healing these bodies, then naturally the physical body will start vibrating at a higher level and these diseases will come down. So that is where this Panchakosha healing, what we are calling, is going to be very effective. I hope I have answered you, Anvesha.
Yes. Ma'am, in chat box, there is a question that 5 elements and 5 bodies, are they connected?
Yes, they are connected because these 5 elements are within us. Like when we're talking about fire, air, space, element, this is what is making the body. So certainly it is connected with all these 5 elements.
And ma'am, you are talking about 5 kosha. So these are the 5 layers of aura itself.
Yes, they are the 5 layers of aura,
Okay.
which just like how we are not able to see the mind, these koshas also exist within us and outside us. Why is it that when some guru enters a room, immediately everybody will feel that bliss? Right? Why do we feel that happiness? Why is it that when you hug somebody, you have that happiness? Why is it that when you get in touch with a person, when you talk over phone with some person, you feel, "Arey yaar, tere se baat karke bahut tasalli ho gayi mujhe." Why is it? Yes, because these sheets of body are there existing. It might not be limited only around the body, but its existence can go beyond our imagination. Like one person can reflect or can show their effect throughout as well. He need not be present. Like if I want to get in touch with you as Shweta, then I need not be in front of you to experience you. I can sit here and you can sit there and we can experience each other.
Yes, Shubha ma'am, please unmute.
I wanted to tell one thing. All these four things in a brain level, they are considered as the four types of brain. Whenever we are at the Annamaya Kosha, we are in a reptilian brain where DNA and the previous experiences work. When we are in a emotional body, we are at the mammalian brain, which is just above the reptilian brain. In between, there is a breathing kosha. It may be a lung here, but it is operated there by medulla, like in a brain. After that, there comes a Vijnanamaya kosha, that is a neocortex. And most of the further, like Anandamaya kosha, is usually related to a prefrontal cortex where all these emotions are prepared. So to localize all these things, this is how it functions.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes,
So can
Hazel
we go
ma'am.
with a small meditation? Yeah,
Ma'am, there is.
Hazel.
मैम
हाँ,
बोलिए।
ma'am.
अच्छा, गुड मॉर्निंग मैम। जो आपने विज्ञान में कोशा का अभी बताया, तो ज्यादातर कोई बीमारी हो आती है शरीर में, तो उसको हेलिंग करने के लिए अगर विज्ञान में कोशा को ज्यादा क्लींसिंग थोट से करते हैं तो तुरंत बॉडी में चेंज आ जाता है।
हाँ, इसलिए हम हर फ्राइडे सेशंस रख रहे हैं ताकि जो हरे का वाइब्रेशंस है वो इंक्रीज हो जाए, और आपको रेकी का सिंबल सिखाई जा रही है, और बहुत सारा we are coming up with many other elements as well. So it is all just because, see, I'll tell you something, Vijnanamaya Kosha, it is not a box where you start treating it. Vijnanamaya Kosha should happen at day-to-day level, each and every second and each and every minute. How? Like yesterday, Swapnilji was telling, day before yesterday. Stop, instead of seeing the problem, what is happening in Afghanistan, अगर आप उनको bless करने लगे, तो आपका जो status है वो improve होने लगेगा, and at the same time, you will start blessing others. So you are raising from your physical body to the necessary spiritual body. Correct? So
Yes.
instead of seeing anything wrong, many times what happens, I'll tell you, even at home, yes, we are affected by lots of stress, mental stress, physical stress, all kinds of stress, and we don't look into seeing what the actual thing is, but instead we speak out immediately. कुछ हुआ होगा, बच्चों ने कुछ किया होगा, but immediately हम उनको डांट देते हैं, and but to correct that, if you go and tell them that, yes, I'm sorry, I did a mistake, then you are raising yourselves to a higher level. Whether it is your children, whether it is your neighbor, whether it is anybody be it. So when we understand our mistake, that means to say that we are not going to repeat that mistake again. Right? So that is how we can increase our vibrations. Yeah, we have Swapnilji here.
हाँ सर, मैम ये पांच कोशा है, चलो किसी को हेलिंग करने से या अपना शरीर है तो उसको 5 कोशा को क्लीन करके फिर चौपूरे डाल देगा तो ये एनर्जी अच्छा होता जाएगा ऐसा?
हाँ जी, जरूर होगा.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम। खास तो थैंक यू सर कि मैंने आज तक स्पिरिचुअलिटी का बहुत पढ़ा, लेकिन कोशा का मन पर इतना डिटेल में आज पहली बार आपने इतना समझाया, तो इतना अच्छा लगा कि हेलिंग में कितना इजी हो जाता है करने का।
हाँ जी, इसीलिए हम
हार्डली थैंक यू।
Swapnil sir, please unmute. Swapnil sir.
Because sir is driving, I don't think he should.
मैं बाद में ये करता हूँ, कनेक्ट होता हूँ
Yes sir, that's
10 मिनट के बाद में।
Sir, आप drive करिए sir आराम से please.
hand raise.
Sir, please don't worry. हाँ.
So, okay, so shall we do a small meditation? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes, there is one hand raise, but we'll take it afterwards.
Yeah, we can take that. I think we have few more raised. I think we'll take it in the last because yeah, people are waiting for meditation as well. So let's go ahead with meditation. So I'll give you a small introduction of the 5 elements, how you can feel them, and then start making you understand about the physical body, how each of these sheets are connected with the internal organs of our body, how we can feel them every day. All right.
Shailaja ma'am, can you just make Swapnil sir, Daksha ma'am and Neeta ma'am as co-host?
Sorry.
Swapnil sir, Daksha ma'am and Neeta ma'am as co-host. Then they'll. Yeah.
Shweta, your voice is breaking.
I'm telling that if you can make Swapnil sir, Daksha ma'am and Neeta ma'am as co-host.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that because can you all tell me if you're able to hear some music?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, everybody kindly close your eyes. Rub your palms and keep both the hands in receptive mode. Don't keep them on your lap, a little high. Bring your breathing to normal position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Once again, breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Let's bring our hands to Namaste posture. Let's pray the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, fountain and sources of all energy, great beings, great avatars, are great gurus, to bless us with this small meditation process, which is going to involve the mind, body, and soul. Bless us with all our wishes. Bless us with all the abundance, all the holistic abundance. Bless the whole world with all that you beauty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep your palms open. As you keep your eyes closed, you will start feeling a kind of vibrations in both your palms. The thumb represents the fire energy. Let's invoke fire through our thumb from our left hand to the thumb in the right hand. Let's invoke the air energy from the index finger of our left hand to the index finger in our right hand. Let's invoke the space energy from the middle finger of our left hand to the middle finger in our right hand. Let's invoke the earth energy or the wood energy from the ring finger of our left hand to the ring finger of our right hand. Let's invoke the water energy from the little finger of our left hand to the little finger in our right hand. Visualize the 5 elements energy transferring from your left hand through the heart to the right hand. As you start feeling the tingling sensation in both the palms. Bring your palms together in front of you. Try to make a half circle and you will start feeling the energy in between your palms. Shall we call this aura? It is the 5 elements energy. The energy what your body can produce. The body can impact. Let's heal each and every organ of our body that is existing in our Annamaya Kosha. Think about your heart, the beautiful heart. Imagine your heart in between your palms. Visualize how it is pumping since the day you were born till now. There have been many instances where you have pained your heart. There have been many instances where we have given a chance for the heart to burn. Let's accept and apologize today. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I trust you. Thanks for beating always. Thanks for being there with me forever. You are the reason of my existence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's move our concentration to the lungs. Lungs have been such a beautiful pair of organs. Even without asking they take in the breath and give out breath, which makes you feel live and healthy. It filters each and every molecule of air that gets inside the lung, segregate it into oxygen and carbon dioxide and all other gases, and send out all the unnecessary air outside and retain the oxygen and send it to each and every part of our body. Thank you so much, lungs. If I have ever hurt you, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you, I love you, and I trust you. Let the energy keep flowing. Let's move to our digestive system, which comprises of the stomach, the intestine, right from your mouth cavity. It's such a beautiful process. It's an automated process where as soon as I chew and eat, the food gets into my stomach and my stomach starts working by itself. And the food gets digested and moves into the small intestine. And the beautiful process extracts the necessary proteins and vitamins to the body and sends all the fiber into my large intestine. I have hurt you many a times by not giving you the necessary rest. I haven't starved and put you into rest. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you, I love you, I trust you for all the work you have been doing. I also think about giving you some rest now and then by keeping my digestive system empty. Let's move our concentration to the pancreas and spleen. There have been many instances I have gone through stress unnecessarily, which has hurt you and which has caused the reason for any kind of ailments related to diabetes. I've hurt you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you, I love you, I trust you. Visualize the white light filling up each and every organ as we start apologizing. The white light has filled up our heart, our lungs, the digestive system, and the spleen and pancreas. Visualize your kidneys. Visualize how reluctantly and how consistently it has been purifying each and every liquid that's being passed through it. I have never given you rest. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I trust you. I'm going to eat healthily and keep you healthy. Visualize the white light entering the kidneys and making it glow. Visualize this bright light which is entering through your Sahasrara chakra, filling you up like as though you're pouring tea inside a cup. It's filling up your feet. It's filling up your ankles. Visualize white light in your calf muscles, left and right, raising up to the knees, filling up both the knees, left and right. Both the thighs are filled with this beautiful energy. Your excretory organs, your sacral organs, your sexual organs, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, all the organs associated with these chakras are filled completely with this beautiful white light. As it rises high, it's surrounding the Manipura chakra, making it glow beautifully, and all the organs associated with it slowly it's rising to your heart, filling up your lungs, your liver, gallbladder, spleen, pancreas. It's overflowing through your shoulders into your hands, filling each and every finger in both your hands completely with this white light. Your wrists are filled. Your elbows, your upper arms, your complete shoulders, as it surpasses your Anahata chakra, it reaches Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra, filling up your thyroid glands, your neck, and running from the top of your spine to the bottom of your spine, filling up your lower back, mid back, and upper back. This beautiful white light energy is filling up your neck, touching your chin, your cheeks, your ears, your mouth, your nose, the nasal cavity, left eye, right eye, your forehead, your left part of the brain, right part of the brain, and the complete brain, filling up your third eye chakra, your Sahasrara chakra, Visualize yourself filled with this beautiful light. Feel the energy, feel the vibrations. This energy is not stopping here. It's overflowing. It's overflowing your body, spreading across the room, covering each and every object in your room. Visualize your whole room completely ignited with this white light. Slowly, this energy is moving into the other rooms, filling up each and every person in these rooms. Including your bathrooms, restrooms, the balcony. Take a quick tour of your house and visualize how beautifully your complete house is ignited and glowing with this beautiful white light, godly energy. Visualize this energy overflowing your house and reaching your neighbors. Visualize this energy at your heart chakra. Now visualize that there is a string of energy that is reaching to each and every person in your house to their heart chakra. Visualize all of them sitting in front of you, and the thread-like energy is going from your heart to each and every person in your house. As this energy is expanding, visualize your neighbors. The energy from your heart, which is filled with love and compassion, is going to each and every person. Remember all your relatives and visualize this string extending to each and every person. Visualize the whole human race on this earth, how you are connected and networked by this white light to each and every person, and the love and compassion from you is overflowing to each and every person. As each of these persons started glowing, visualize the overflowing energy which has gone across you, has spread across the state, across the country, and engulfing the whole earth. Visualize yourselves away from the earth, where there are lots of strings that are attached to each and every person on this earth, and how beautifully the earth is glowing. It's time for you to express any kind of sorry and forgiveness to all these people. Let's together say, to all these people, to all the people that I'm connected in this session, to all the people on this earth, if I have ever caused you in this birth or in my previous birth any kind of problem, pain, today I wholeheartedly express that I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. And I trust you. Let's express our prayer to Mother Earth. Dear Mother Earth, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. I trust you. May the energies keep flowing. Feel the tingling sensation in your palm and feel the energies overflowing. How nice it is to spread the love and compassion. Let's bring our hands to the blessing posture. Visualize each and every person in our group sitting in a circle. When I bless to all of you, in return, I give back all the blessings from you all. Visualize the total number of blessings we get when we are blessing each other in this group. Let's bless all those beings to whom we are connected. Let's bless all those plants, all those trees. Let's bless all the animals on land, in sea. Let's bless all the people on this earth to be filled with love and compassion. Let's bless all those Jawans, all those soldiers who are protecting their countries and who are protecting my country. Let's bless all those farmers who are working day and night to give us the necessary food to live. Let's bless all those fishermen who go out to bring this. With these lots of blessings segregated in your hand, take these blessings above your head and spread these blessings across all the 5 sheets of your body. Feel the aura around your body as you spread this energy. Let's do it once again. Let's gather this energy and take it above our head. And as we chant Om, let's spread it across our body. Take a deep inhalation. Once again, take all this energy above your head and let us spread it by chanting Om. Take a deep inhalation. One last time. Take all the energy. Take it above your head. Take a deep inhalation. Keep your hands on your lap. Bring your concentration back to your breathing. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lastly, take a deep inhalation and exhale through mouth. Feel the energies around your body. Feel the aura. Bring a beautiful smile on your face and enjoy the aura consciously. Now bring your hands together. Let's thank the Divine for giving us an opportunity to conduct this process. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rub your palms. Do not open your eyes still. Rub your palms. Bring some warmth in between your palms. Put them on your eyes. Blink your eyes. Once again, rub your palms. Put the warmth on your eyes. Now slowly, gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile.
बहुत ही अच्छा था मैम.
It was so divine. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Shailaja ma'am.
Thank you
It was beautiful. A morning was
Super. Thank you so much.
Today's morning was very energetic, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
awesome meditation, ma'am. Awesome meditation. Awesome.
Made our Sunday, ma'am. You have made our Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I feel like singing the song. It's a beautiful Sunday. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
please
It
go
was
ahead.
amazing. Really.
Very nice.
You have made the date. You will meet next time.
Yeah, we have Swapnil, sir.
You made it.
Yes.
You made
सर आपका आवाज नहीं सुनाई दे रही है. हाँ.
Swapnil sir, Atma Namaste.
Atma Namaste, sir.
Sir, Atma Namaste. Sir, Atma Namaste.
We have, I think, some questions from Rashmi and Srinivas Murthy.
Ma'am, I'll mute all, then we can hear.
Okay, I'll mute all.
Yes, Rashmi, ma'am, you can.
Yeah, thank you, Sailaja ma'am, and all the people in Universal Healing. I don't know, today my emotion is not in control. This is started this emotional outburst when I was healing my lungs. And I don't know, many other may have felt in their life. Once they may have felt, or I have felt, I wanted to end my life by stopping my breath. So today when I was healing my lungs, I was feeling very sorry because if I would have done it, I couldn't sit in front of all people of Universal Healing, and where could I have done this? And I realized it's such a beautiful life which I wanted to end. And I felt the same for my pancreas, where I put so much of stress, so much of undesired, unwanted things, which was maybe that was my grooming or my karma, whatever. So today I felt very sorry for it, and I felt very relaxed, and till my emotion is not stopping. So a big thanks to Universal Healing, everyone. And I just thought, once I thought I will keep it inside me because it's my personal emotion. But I thought by speaking one person like this may help others also. So I thought I should share with you all. Thank you. Otherwise, it is awesome. Thank you. And one more thing, Shailaja ma'am, in these two fingers of my hand, these two fingers, I'm feeling heat on the top, on the tip of the finger. Here, and it is like burning heat. So if it is something with it, or because I have not felt like this ever, this place on the tip of my finger. So
Just enjoy that. That's all.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you something. By speaking out your heart in public, you have overcome that fear. You have overcome that phobia. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi.
So, thank you so much, Shweta. You were supposed to tell something.
No.
Okay. Thank you so much, all amazing people, to be present here today on this.
Ma'am, Monica ma'am has hand raised. Yes, Monica.
Yes,
ma'am.
Monica ji.
Thank you, Sharja ma'am. It was really good. I posted a question also. So when I was giving in the end, with the hands from the top, when I was giving blessings, I was like shivering and very cold sensation. And once I stopped, the room temperature is very normal. I didn't have the fans on, so it wasn't, although rooms are air conditioned here, but it was still warm here. So is it normal to have that kind of cold sensation, shivering, like my it's okay, hair raising, and after 2-3 times giving the blessing, and my cheeks were radiating heat, but my body was shivering. But after that 2-3 times and give the blessing, it came normal. But I just couldn't get that why I had that cold sensation.
It's completely normal. Just climbed the ladder with one more step today.
Okay, thank you, Atam Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. I'll unmute everyone because there is no question. Then you can express your gratitude to Shailaja.
Thank you. Geeta,
Yes, Geeta ma'am.
any question?
Geeta ma'am, please
Please
unmute
unmute.
yourself.
Okay. Okay, wait. Yeah, can you unmute?
I was just going to say that an extremely dry subject in the sense that for people to follow, it's not at all easy. Even though a lot of explanation has gone into talking about the Panchakoshas, I've been hearing it right from the days we started off with the other group. And we have also been doing the 4:30 morning sessions with Shailaja Garu and others also on the Soul Tribe group for the Panchakosha healing. It has always been a wonderful feeling trying to connect them and trying to bring them into the daily life aspect in terms of emotions and physical body. It's just probably not one session is enough. We need to talk about this repeatedly. And I think it's a wonderful attempt to bring about this into this session, trying to make all of us understand this into into a lot of depth into what it can go. I know this subject has got, to the little extent that I understand, lot of potential. And if we are able to really connect them someday, we can do wonders with our own selves.
Yeah.
And I think the healing process is the beginning to the whole thing, because once you start healing, you'll slowly understand the connect between the 5, mainly because these are not, you cannot touch them. You have to just go with your instinct. It's not easy. I was, for the first time, I heard about the wonderful connect with the brain system, which Shubha ma'am mentioned. I think, ma'am, sometime in the future, you need to throw a little light on what you were exactly talking about, because this language of biology and your human body and the brain, all those things we're talking about, it's a little beyond the levels of us normal people who don't understand the language. But since you brought a beautiful connect at a physical level to this extremely difficult concept of Panchakoshas, in the sense to understand it, to talk about it, to give us knowledge is one thing. To receive it in the same way, understand it better is not as easy as it is explained, because you need to experience it. But if there can be a parallel drawn, like what you said, at a physical level, maybe this will bring in a lot more trust and belief in the system itself. Maybe, what do you say, Shailaja Garu?
Yeah, this brings me also into a place where I felt that we discussed about all the Panchakoshas at a go today. But instead, if we start attempting to understand each and every kosha in each and every session in a very detailed manner, maybe that is going to give us a better opportunity to understand and realize these koshas in a much better way, and bringing the scientific angle as well as the spiritual angle and our ancient practices, all three put together. If we are going to attempt at understanding, I think that is going to be amazing. And certainly we need Shubhaji's all inputs here.
Yeah, if these three can meet, I think it will be just wonderful for all of us who are trying to understand this at a better level.
I had raised hand to tell the further things. I'll take 5 minutes and I'll let you all know. See, whenever any sensation or any experience we gather, we gather to our 5 Karmendriya, 5 Gyanendriya. Any experience is gathered. This is what I learned after my Vipassana, that any experience is gathered by these 5 things. 5 Karmendriya, 5 Gyanendriya. Like we taste something, that is all. Like any experience which comes as an emotion is gathered at the level of feeling. You understand? You see something and you feel something. You see something, you hear something, you smell something. That is registered in our body at different levels. Okay? Whatever is registered at the level of body, it's registered in a reptilian brain. That is the lower brain. In between, there is a breathing. That is what we call pranamaya kosha. Okay, so many times breathing, when we go up with a breath and we come down with a breath, we can regulate those feelings. We can regulate those emotions. Along with that, when we go up at the emotional level, we feel those emotions, and those emotions decide, or that feeling decides how deep they are going to go, how long we are going to register them, like whether it is going to be a line on a water, whether it is going to be a line on a sand, or it is going to be line on a stone. The line which is on the stone goes from one birth to the next birth to the next birth.
Correct.
And basically, all this is registered from reptilian, breath body, and this breath body is a body which these 3 bodies are there with all the animals. So all feelings and everything are till then. But it's the upper brain, which is a neocortex, which decides whether we are going to register this emotion as a fixed experience, or we are going to take out that experience. Once we learn to take out that experience, we do much better in life. So neocortex, human brain is needed for a mukti. That's what they say. That mukti is when that human neocortex decides whether we are going to live with that experience or we are going to leave that experience. So that experience has to come up. Like now Rashmiji said that she cried, because that experience has to come up. For like in Vipassana language, it is udirna. Udirna means letting out. So that experience, whatever comes, has to go away. So that is how at the level of emotion it goes away. So emotion is a one place where we connect to that neocortex, or maybe the connection which is there with a divinity.
Got it.
Got it? So, and after we become a divinity, we operate from a prefrontal cortex. That is the Anandamaya Kosha.
Yeah.
So most of the things, you are happy with divinity, but unless you know the things, as a curiosity, I learned this.
Yeah,
Because-
I think we need to make charts of this, put images.
Yeah, I'll do it.
explain.
I'll give you details.
Yeah, you give me details. We will certainly take this.
My words, because when you make it a pictorial presentation of what you're trying to say, like a presentation that was made, it gets in deeper because you get to watch what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because that is how the 80% people absorb. 80% people absorb everything by eyes.
Right.
So that is how right brain works. Like right brain always works with eyes. So the person who any experience or anything, like 80% people register with eyes.
We have Swapnilji telling something.
Yeah.
Swapnilji.
शुभा, हॅलो. मला वाटतं की तू एक सेशन याच्यावरती घे डिटेल मध्ये रविवारचं, आणि ते प्रॉपरली एक्सप्लेन कर. दॅट विल बी बेटर.
Yes.
चालेल. मी ऑक्टोबर मध्ये घेते.
Let me know the date so we can arrange the Sunday session for that. That will help a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Certainly. Okay. We
Nilima,
have,
Nilima ji.
Mr. Gaurav also wants to speak something.
Atma Namaste, ma'am.
Can you please raise your hand, Mr. Gaurav? Yeah, Atma Namaste, Nilima ji.
बहुत अच्छा सेशन था मैडम इसका पीडीएफ मिलेगा ना
हाँ जी जरूर
ओके थैंक यू
I want recording. It was beautiful listening to that meditation.
Recording will be
Sure.
posted. Yes, ma'am.
Shweta, I think we can post it in 2 parts, right? One, the explanation, and
No,
the
no,
other one as
there
meditation.
will be a complete recording. They can forward it now.
Yes, thank you so much. You do that.
Thank you.
Because this will help a lot in healing.
It would be added with Shubha ma'am's explanation also because the recording is
Yeah.
still on.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Gaurav, I'll just unmute him. Yeah, Gaurav Shela. Yeah.
Very good morning, everyone. Actually, I just want to talk with you about if I have feeling like digestive issues. So what best way I can do for that?
Digestive issues?
Yeah, like I have pain in my nearby root area, and one of my friends also said that you have to check with your liver finish also along with this.
We have doctors here. Shweta.
Gaurav, we can talk at personal then. I'm the admin
Yeah.
in the group. You can ping me. We'll talk in person if you.
Okay, Gaurav.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
I will talk with Shweta, right?
Yes. You can do that.
Okay. But today's session was nice. So my energy level also way up now. But still I'll practice more to heal my body.
Yeah, please. Please do that.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Ma'am, I'll allow everyone to unmute. Yes, you can unmute everyone. Thank you so much. Shailaja ma'am, nice session and beautiful
Thank you
meditation.
so much, Shweta.
Yes, ma'am.
Madhubala. Thank you, Disha. We have put some questions also. Thank you, Veena. How are you? Thanks, Amisha, Jagdeep, Netra, Harini. Thank you, Sapnil sir. Okay, so I think that's the end of the day. Have a great Sunday and have a wonderful day. And everybody, please rock.
Thank you.